Hello, hello. Happy Monday to you all. Welcome back to another round. I'm your host, Jay. I have with me my girl, El Cid. And here we are back for another round of Love is Blind. This time it's the reunion. And so we about to get into it to give it to y'all. If you guys are new here, do me a favor, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We are growing and we want you to be a part of the community as we grow. So make yourself at home by hitting that subscribe button. If you're watching this on the playback, leave a comment down low because I like to go toe to toe with y'all in the comments. Y'all like to tussle with me. Y'all don't even be realizing who page y'all on, and y'all be tussling, and it be making my day go faster. So please leave a comment below because you're gonna tell us how we wrong on something. I know y'all are. So we here for it to be corrected. Okay, we are here to be corrected, much like this reunion from last year was highly corrected. Okay. How you doing, El? How's your day going?
I'm good. At least when we go live, it's good. Love is Blind, learn, don't go live.
Please don't. Especially if you're not gonna have all the cast.
And especially you could cut out what Vanessa said that you don't like. I refuse to believe she didn't call out babies. I refuse to believe.
Well, the way she was calling out bedroom and hookups and trying to figure out what a hookup is, like that's changed in the last. Vanessa's younger than me. She need to stop playing. Okay, she know what the heck a hookup is. All right, ain't nothing changed from what a hookup is. And when he said he didn't have it, yes, it was the all the way of it all.
What was that again? What was that? I love a good sound effect.
Right. I'm like, girl, stop playing. You know what I'm saying? I need these two to get them a room and have some go. You, Nick, and Vanessa, do this. Y'all spend the day away from each other. Okay, just spend the day away from each other. Conveniently walk into a Houston bar. Look across a room and see each other. Walk up like you do not know who each other is. Start a conversation. Nick, buy her a drink. Maybe even some appetizers, depending on which bar y'all in. Talk, have a conversation. Rent a Jeep before you do all this real quick. Jump in said Jeep and make out. So maybe y'all can make the Love is Blind baby that y'all keep hoping for, okay? Because I am tired about her trying to find out if people is kissing, making out, hooking up, doing all of this. And clearly Nick wants to go out to a bar. So I'm trying to make both y'all dreams happen.
Maybe Nick just wants to go out. Nick is hosting too many shows. He
This
just wants to
true.
go out.
This is true. This is true. He like, child, I just need a break from you and the kids. I mean, the shows and the kids.
Well, the other shows he doesn't have to host with her.
Well, he like, I need that show to come back around.
He can't do to her what Tommy did to his wife and just like not next season.
Yeah. Tommy was like, it's not me. It's not. It's production. They say you're not working. He can't do it to Vanessa. Vanessa's like, I am production. The way she was nudging him, production. Don't play. We made it. We got two couples on the couch. One couple on the couch. We got one couple on the couch.
And a whole ton of hookups.
Baby. When I thought I was watching Twa or one of these, like, It
Are
was
you
an episode
one?
of episodes, but it wasn't the episode of Love Is Blind. I mean, the only way this love was blind is that it was in a dark room or
Jeeps?
or a dark or a tinted jeep. Cause uh, for sure, nobody was trying to really get married. I'll say that much. Nobody was really trying to get married. There was a lot of lusting going on. But Milton and Lydia looked like they were still lusting over each other a bit. He started off with his arms all wrapped around her tight, and she was holding them hands, making sure them arms don't leave and stuff. Yeah. How'd you feel initially with the couples?
I had hoped Milton and Lydia were together. Um, I'm hoping they communicate better, but Lydia seems to be learning at the feet of his mother. So I don't know if he is rebelling against being his dad. I don't know, but he'll have to be his dad, I guess, to stick it out. But they're happy. I'm happy for them. I hope they just maintain. I hope the sister keeps quiet. I noticed she said she goes to lunch with the mother, not the mother and the sister.
Yes, this ain't.
Sis think it's still a scam. So I'm happy for them. I did wonder their living arrangement. Are they still living with a roommate? But that's just me being petty.
I'm hoping that they moved into their own place. It sounds like Lydia has her own place and they moved in. He's getting the towels off the floor and he's washed the dishes 3 times. So we have improvement. Is he still burning up the bacon and eggs? I don't know, but we are improving. At the least, he had proper dining wear. He didn't have
Did she
paper.
let him keep the Playboy?
That's a good question. It's a collector's. I hope she did. You know what I'm
I hope
saying?
so.
I
Hmm.
hope she did because that's play if you want to. It's money, especially if it's in good condition. And he gives me the collector item type, especially because he plays Pokemon still. So she got him an Xbox, and they got and soon regretted it.
Now, what she could do, Lydia, if you're listening, you could do a boudoir book for him. She could do a boudoir photo shoot as a gift.
Mhm.
But that's just a thought. But I'm happy for them.
Presented like the yeah, like the Playboy magazines. And A had asked, did we see Lydia's place? You know what? I really can't recall seeing her place right now. I don't think we did. I can't recall it.
We
Um,
went to meet her mother and brother, but we didn't see her
yeah,
place.
we never seen her. We never seen nothing of her moving her stuff. If they did, they did. They brushed through that real quick. Maybe it was at Uche's house. That's probably why her stuff was still at Uche's, and when they picked it up, they didn't
That's
want.
why that's why she had the photo. I see you. I see your home so I could get my stuff.
Yeah, I see your home. I need to get my things. Can you let me in, or should I use my key?
It's not lost and found.
Mm-mm. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know where he's seen it. I need to put my legend, put my legend badge over here. These are theories. I need to put my theories. Let me put my theory banner up because for real, I got a lot of theories for tonight. Okay, I got a lot of theories for tonight, and we're gonna get into them. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get our theories alleged status going because a lot of things I'm saying is going to be alleged. These are just my opinions before y'all start shooting me down in the chat. Name of those that actually listen, which is usually my crew, because my crew listens pretty well. But some outsiders be stumbling in from time to time. And they be losing it a little bit. But that's another story. That's for another live. One of my car rant lives. We have to we have to dive into that. But I was happy. Me personally, I was happy to see them still together. I know we was fighting tooth and nail. Should they get it? Should they do it or whatever? But they weren't actually the most problematic couple outside of the age thing that had going on, and besides the whole past situation being on set, they weren't the most problematic. I know a lot of people still like Lydia's foul for a lot of things, and yes, possible, but sometimes it's not about what they do. Like sometimes in relationship is not about how people react with other people outside of the relationship. It's about how we maneuver within the relationship, and they seem to be doing pretty good so far. um I don't know how Milton feels about the takeover, the mommy wife takeover he's experiencing. Maybe this will help him and his dad bond a lot more, and bring him and his dad closer. But he did say that Lydia is softening up his parents. And at first I was wondering, if I was like, are they waiting for you to have babies? And I was like, for grandbabies, but then I was like, they got a grandbaby already. So that wouldn't be the softening up part. Then I thought about it, I was like, no, moms ain't really softening up. Mom's just recruiting. Mom's out here recruiting. I'm sorry.
She could be softening them up with showing emotion. And that could be his way of saying soften up. Mm-hmm. Because the mom doesn't look like she shows much emotion other than disappointment or anger. Mm-hmm. But she could be just getting them to emote, period.
Right.
So
he says that the moms call a lot more and just talks about how proud she is of him and all that. I'm gonna have to take his word for it. I don't want to believe his cap because I don't want to think he'll lie on his mom like that. So, and he seemed like he was happy about it because he was like, it makes me want to do more things to get more calls or whatever. So I think for the mom too is that she's just proud that her son is standing on his word regardless. Just a man of his word and showing good integrity or whatnot. Good integrity. He did break up with the girlfriend before he came on the show, so there's that though. Even though the word on the curve.
Some people not breaking up.
Yeah, but they were broken up because the girlfriend had supposedly made a video a year ago about him breaking up with her, but she had lost her parents, and some things haven't changed for Lydia just yet. Allegedly, she done went through and found the ex's number and reached out to the ex just to let it be known. Don't call this line no more. Don't call this phone no more. Or whatnot. And it wasn't in a roundabout nice way. I don't know if he's doubling back or he tried to double back or if he was just consoling an old friend or whatnot for her loss. It's all alleged. And allegedly, Lydia's still crossing boundaries. And she has no respect for people's boundaries either. So there's that. Those things haven't changed.
You need to talk to your husband, not that lady across the way.
Barbara, this is Shirley.
Why are you speaking to the woman and giving her any of your time?
I just wanted you to know that the dishes that he was.
So, if Lydia, in your rehabilitation from the stealth missions, my suggestion, just block the number or just erase it from the phone, put it back and leave it alone and have no contact.
Better yet, just stay out of other people's stuff.
It's fresh for her. It's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It's very fresh. It's a new marriage to a new man. I do not subscribe to it because my thing is, if the person's going to take you from me, then you weren't mine to begin with, and you could go on. but she needs a step-by-step process to stop touching his stuff. But now we married and she may have it in her head it is our stuff.
The phone is still in his name, though. No, no. I know what you. I get that. I get it. It's our stuff. I see it in two folds though, because it's like I've had my times where I've gone through people's stuff, and but that gut feeling when you know you want it, that actual truth, because you're trying to find that I need to be out situation. I've done it, but I was prepared to make my next move, and that's my always my thing is if you are going to be going through people's stuff and looking for the answers you feel like you're not getting directly from that person, you got to be prepared to make that actual move because it's gonna happen again. I'm gonna tell you now, you're gonna look through it that one time, then you got to wing yourself off of looking through the phone again. And if you don't wing yourself off properly, you're going to look through it again. It's going to happen. It's going to be more up in there again you didn't want to see. And you're going to sit there and suffering because you weren't prepared to do with the information that you received in the first place. So don't go looking for nothing you don't really want to find. That's what I'll say. That would be my advice on it. Don't really go looking for nothing you really not don't want to find because it ain't gonna do you no good in the end if you want to be happily, blissfully married. But if you want out, do you, sis? Do you? Do you? There's better ways to get out though. Just be out.
She lucky Milton is in dark arts.
Or is he?
Because he could have well changed that ex's name to a masculine name, and you may never know who he really calling. She just lucky Milton ain't playing real hardcore games. He playing some games, but the fact that he got caught and she knew he made a call to the ex, he ain't really playing games. He in the sandbox. He ain't he ain't on the track yet.
No, but that's all you need is that one time to just learn how to maneuver. So if he is inclined to the dark arts of it all, which I'm not going to put it past him because I don't put it past anybody, she's setting herself up for a life of torture. That's all I'm going to say because now you don't went through it the first time and now your mind is always there. So you're just setting yourself up a life of torture. And it's a twofold way of life of torture too, because if he's doing something, you find out that truth. But if he's not doing something, you're going to always feel like he's doing something when things go out of bounds a bit. And you're going to just be suffering because your mind is not going to let you rest regardless. And eventually, sometimes what that does is eventually cause you to do or say things that pushes that person to that. You manifest that stuff after a while. So that's why I say sometimes you don't even want to bring the thoughts in your head. If that's not where you want to live, don't go down that street. Just leave it alone. But yeah, but congratulations to these two. They did it. They had a second wedding in Puerto Rico with her family. I thought that was really nice. That was commendable of them both to make sure they include hers. I feel like it was a little bit more real by them doing that.
Her brother officiated.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is he ordained? Well, maybe it ain't that real. I don't know. I don't know.
They're already married. They don't need another ordained ceremony. Come on now, Jay.
They put the license in. You ain't mad until that license get officially put in. No, it was in there. It got there a little late, they said, but it made it in there. So they officially married. And surprisingly enough, Vanessa didn't ask these two they're gonna have a baby on camera. They edited took it out. They were like, "We're not about to do this with you again, lady." He probably not gonna do this with you. But out of all the couples, I would see them having a baby first. Not what Milton's doing right away, but out of all couples, I would see them having a baby probably faster than most of these ones that we got to pass still. But that's neither here nor there. Since we own them, we might as well go ahead and slide Aaliyah on up in that thing, okay? I feel bad for Aaliyah. I feel bad for Aurelia for this one reason right here is because I really do think she was cheated out of her experience, not out of Uche. Let's get that correct. I don't think she was cheated out of Uche at all, but actually experiencing going through this process for herself without, I'm gonna blame this really on production's interference. Because if you was gonna let them people stay on that thing, you should have let them people tell their story. So that girl wouldn't have been making friends with this girl thinking that she was something else, which I would have never done in the first place. It's just me because I'm coming into a thing to find me a man, not a friend. If that happens off the show afterwards, that's a whole different story. But she would have had. I'm the type of person that I like truth in my life, and I like to be able to know what I'm dealing with, so I can make the proper decision for me. And that was a truth that she needed to have to say, you know what, can I handle this, or should I just walk away now? And I think that was very unfair of production one to have these two sit there and not tell nobody until shit. I feel like all kind of ways. Okay, so now we about to really go down another round because I be feeling all kind of ways. I just feel like they should have been able to tell. That's what I'm gonna really say. I'm gonna feel like they should have been able to tell if they wanted to tell. I'll leave it there for now because my mind, every time I think about it, it goes, I'm seeing a different picture. So I don't know. Where you at, El?
Production could say what they want. You a grown person. And from Lydia's standpoint, how would you feel if the roles were reversed? Like, you could be friendly with this girl, but to be her anchor and to be her bestie is something else. You could have kept your distance. You could have still been cordial, still been nice, and say, you know what, I'm focused on the guys and my mind is elsewhere, and still be close, but not koala bear hugging on the eucalyptus tree close.
Yeah.
So Uche was her top, and you're like, okay, good, cool, and then talk about your dating. But after she finds out, then you could have come together and been like, yeah, girl, that, I wanted to be closer to you, but I didn't want to influence your decision about him in any way.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been a way to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a barnacle on Aaliyah. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how she was with the other ladies. They could certainly attest to that, but the ladies did say that Lydia was not trying to jeopardize the relationship Aaliyah had with Uche. She was being supportive. But think about it in the other instance. If this was Milton's ex, how would you view that person? And would you be able to trust them?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing. It's like, you could be like, I really like Aaliyah. You could have told Aaliyah, when we get out of here, we could really be friends and still keep it cordial. But just that closeness, we sharing blankets? No.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that originally bothered me, especially early in the season when we were talking about it. It's just that you knew who she was talking to. You knew that was your ex. Yet you would run in her face every 5 seconds. Now, I don't think she was maliciously doing a lot of things to start. However, the fact that you just was so close to her, like you made her, like, y'all talking about being in each other's lives, having play dates with the kids, doing all of these type things. That's weird. That to me is freaking weird to me. I would never in a million years be like, you dating my ex. Here's the caveat. If I'm over my ex, I am never in a million years trying to befriend the next person he is dating. If we happen to meet outside and I never knew that you guys were dating and I find out a whole different thing, but I met you and we clicked, that's a different story. But for me to come in this thing And this is the part that I wish the questions were asked more so of what day did Lydia find out Uche was there? What day did Lydia and Aaliyah started really getting close? Because these make the difference. Because if it's day one, day two, and we're really close, but on day three, I realize Uche is in here. This changes the story just a little bit. But if everything is taking place on day one, you're a bit diabolical. You're a bit diabolical because you sought this girl out. And I don't think on day one you coming back and just like, oh, Uche, Uche, Uche. But by the time I do sit there and realize that you're talking to Uche, it's like you will feel me pulling back from you quite a bit. I'll be sitting there a little bit more reserved, or I'm gonna be compelled to tell you, like, sis, I hear you talking about Uche. Let me just drop this real. I'm not trying to break up your shit. Like that me and this is over, but I feel weird sitting in your face and now listening to you say that you have a connection with my ex. Let do with it what you want. Like, because that'll be me being a real friend, and that's the scariest part where she sit there and say, oh, this is how I treat all my friends. Oh, you overshare with all your friends. And that's why I say Lydia has no whatsoever boundaries at all, because no way you should be oversharing with your friends. Like with your friends that don't sleep with your ex or dating your ex, that's a different story. But a person you just met is now dating your ex, and you want to overshare the whole life history of you and that ex. No, that's weirdo stuff to me.
My thing is, they're in these pods for what, 10 to 14 days?
Mm-hmm.
How are you the auntie to my kids after 10 to 14 days?
No, let's shorten them days too.
I mean, we have no phone, no television. All it is to bond with people, the guys or the girls. But I'm not making lifetime long commitments. I don't know you. I don't know if you're going to be a good influence to my children or not. I'm sorry. We're not doing this kumbaya that we are best friends forever after 10 to 14 days.
I told you, me and my best friend didn't even like each other when we met each other. They were that the group forced us together. The group forced us together. She was like, "Who is that be?" And I was like, "Who is that be?" Like, I don't want to play with her. Shit. Like, nah. But I get you, because I mean, that's what puzzled me about Aaliyah, because you're telling her the story of how you don't make friends well, women have crossed you and all that. So for me, with that information and how I am, I wouldn't. I'll be listening to y'all or whatever talk or whatever. We'll have conversation, but I'm not being like, oh, you're my best friends. We frolicking through the grass together. We're just not. It's not about to happen. I don't know. I'm not wired that way. So
me neither. And I had the same thing with my best friend. I used to, kick her chair in front of me, and we used to have little arguments in class. We've been in college, but I just don't get that attached that quickly. I can get detached that quickly. I can stop talking to you real quick. But to attach to you, nah. And auntie to my kids, no. It must be something that brass cup must be lined with something, because all these people keep coming back together like we are best friends forever and we will never part. There is something in the lining of that Love Is Blind chalice.
but see, this is the problem with me and you. You know, we kind of like male identified, and though we ride for the sisters, you know what I'm saying? We be seeing things that the sisters be doing wrong too and stuff. And so yeah, I don't know. I got my issues is mommy issues, so I don't. My trust with women is a whole different level of trust. Like, and then I feel I walk into the women's bathroom, a public women's bathroom. Sometimes my trust issue goes. I'm sorry. My trust issues are real. They real. So for me, their relationship was the weirdest of them all. And to this day, for how I look at it, I cannot figure out who is actually the wrong one in it all. Like all three of them have like this little part in it, and I'm like, production, did you just prank us all? Because that's how I'm feeling. Like every last one of y'all is a plant. I feel like every last one of y'all is a plant. Everybody y'all stalking each other. Like y'all all got some little issues, but I don't know. People's attachment styles is different from mine. I get it. So maybe it worked for them and their attachment styles to just bond to each other so easily. I don't know. How'd you feel about the apology?
You mean to look all around the room? Apology?
Apologies are blind. Apparently, apologies are blind.
Lydia looked everywhere but Aaliyah. And she was just, I guess she rehearsed it in the mirror and she was back in front of the mirror again. And it was just saying the prompt or reading the teleprompter. It was not fully sincere. I get what she wanted to say, but no matter what she said, she wasn't going to reach Aaliyah. It was not going to get back to where it was. So a rehearsed one is better than a fake one.
It would. I'm not gonna say it would have reached Aaliyah because I can't speak for Aaliyah, but it definitely would have been more felt, at least from my end, if I seen some eye contact. That was my biggest takeaway when I first watched it. Is like you're saying this apology, but you're saying it like it's to Vanessa, or you saying it is like it's to Stacy, but you not really looking at Aaliyah except for when Aaliyah is speaking. And so that's how I knew because I was watching the angles of the face. I was like, you only looked at Aaliyah when Aaliyah is speaking, and then you still look with your head down. I don't know if it's a cultural thing or not. I don't, I really don't because I've met some people in the cultures, and when they get to having to explain themselves, they like to look away or whatnot. But for me personally, I don't trust you if you can't look me in my face at some point during this apology and make some eye contact with me for me to look in your eyes and say that, okay, I can take part of what you're saying, or if not all of what you're saying, as for real. And I really wish that she was able to do that. It's just the fact that you came and when she was coming on, your whole demeanor changed when they said Aaliyah was coming. You went from smiling and you try to hold the smile there, but you sunk a little. You were not prepared, even with a prepared speech, to face the truth. Like, I don't know what the truth really is. I feel like at this point, really, Uche and her had some plans on being on the show together. I don't know. It's a weird because I never really got clarity on that part. This brief conversation that they had back in November, and shout out to Queen E on her channel. Y'all please go watch her breakdown and review because she highlighted something that stuck out to me. Y'all had the conversation in November 2021, but earlier that year, y'all hooked up 3 months prior. I don't know how long or how much time prior to filming do y'all get the notice, but somewhere in that notice, somebody gonna have to clarify all this part for me because there's a lot of little lies and pieces that ain't adding up.
But even if we knew the other applied, that doesn't guarantee we're going to be accepted.
I get that part. That's the part I do get. I get what she said. She didn't know the confirmation. I get that. I defended that last night through Coach Joe chat. I get that part. But like I said, Queen E made a great point. Like if that's why I say I need this timeline on where the 3 months is. Is it 3 months in January, starting in January? Is that when the hookup happened? And then 3 months later on the film. So I'm gonna have to probably do a little research, which I hate doing because I don't care about it enough. But if somebody out there got the research on when this show was taped, so we can figure out if November is prior or November is the 3 months when they had the hookup, because that makes a difference.
I think Miriam, in her interview on Jessie Woo's channel, I think she said it was around April, but I could be wrong.
that they
She
started
did.
filming.
Yeah, she did say they were filming around April.
So that would put
So
them screwing in January, meaning that they applied, I'm guessing, sometime November, October, November.
my question would be, when did you get the acceptance letter?
Yeah, that's my point though. Because if you got the acceptance letter when you hooked up, it's a y'all definitely conversated about it at that moment. If it happened after, that's different.
Or Jay, I could have gone to try and have some pillow talk to see if you got accepted too.
Well,
And
we know
kept
somebody that likes to go around and try to have pillow talk with everybody, so we gonna. Hmm.
and kept my acceptance letter quiet, but I wanted to know if you got accepted.
Well, that will bring my theory of back to the theory time, of Uche is the one doing the masterminding of a lot of this, because it would make sense for him to sit there and not say anything and pop up on there, which will also give her why she's having this eerie feeling of something ain't right today. How she still know that man breathing is beyond me, but maybe he got a certain breathing pattern that he does around her. Like, her and Milton got their little code when it's time to get up and move. They got their little safe word. Maybe Uche had his breathing safe word, his breathing on safety.
Hey, now, Jay, we know the breathing pattern of our pets. So
I
maybe
really don't.
she's
I really don't know the breathing. They still be scaring me sometimes. I'll be like, what the hell is this?
no, but you'll know which pet it is and the
This is
snoring
true.
pattern for
This is
which
true.
pet.
This is true.
When we're close to something, we notice patterns. But for me, 3 months ago, I ain't gonna remember your breathing pattern.
At all, baby.
But if we were in a relationship for a long time, it may jog my memory.
Well, according to one of them, they weren't even in a relationship. So, but here's my other thing with the two of these two people for sure. And this is Uche's fault because he liked to talk too daggone much. He say we have to list all of our exes for, I guess, whatever time period they are asking them for. And I like how he twisted at the end. Why she didn't list me as an ex? Why you didn't list her, sir? Why y'all didn't list each other? Because that's the real thing. Neither one of y'all listed each other. So this is like in this 2-second conversation that y'all had. What did y'all actually discuss? When did this conversation really take place? Because I still don't really have this timeline. You want to say it's in November, but that kind of don't make sense. Or were you saying in November, well, did you list me as an ex? Did you, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would we even have this conversation if this is kind of like not planned or one of us knowing of the other going in the first place? It's so many questions. I wish Uche was there, but we already see how that goes. Yellow is his color. So
He didn't even do the courtesy of filming a recorded interview with Vanessa. They could have done that for him.
I just wish they would have dived into this a little bit more. I just think this reunion wasn't fair to Aaliyah. The production in the show wasn't fair to Aaliyah. Uche, Lydia definitely was not fair to her. And the month we dived into, Vanessa dived into JP way more. She even dived into Lydia about
because
this.
Lydia is part of the only couple we have that got married.
That has nothing to do with their marriage, though. That's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with the marriage of it all.
But they don't want to dig into their star couple.
I can't. They gonna make it hard for me to stand by this show, man. Like I can't I can't stand by it if we're gonna be petting people. Like, well, I can't do it. It's gonna make it hard. Like I need I need accountability and I need fairness across the board.
But
And
that's
that's
not
just,
life. That's not life.
I know it's not life. I know it's not life, but in produced life, it can be. In produced life, it can be. You know what I'm saying? I understand they want to uphold the only couple that they got on there or whatnot. But when we have three or more couples, you don't have a problem. You don't have a problem going down that down them roads with them people and saying what you got to say and be like, well, why, what was going on here? What was the issue here and all this stuff like that? You don't have the problem then.
But now we have only one success.
It's still gonna be a success. Outside of this, Milton stands firm. Milton stands firm on his decision, baby. Ain't nothing about to change it. He's still up there defending his. So
He is covering his wife.
as he should. As he should. But
Speaking
she
of
got some, she got some flaining. I'm sorry. Lucy, you got some splaining to
Lydia, and speaking of that, how the men all corralled and how they did not like Uche. Oh Lord.
Baby, when Milton said he is not my peer nor my friend, my jaw dropped. I said, ah. I already kind of figured not the friend from he was like, I'll hit you in the group chat. That's the only way I got your number. And it wasn't even I will hit you in the group chat. He was like, maybe I will. Like, maybe. If I find the group that you're in.
Then Izzy piped up, then Chris piped up, JP piped up. It's like, wait a minute, nobody liked him? And to hear he was talking crap about all the others. And again, you know, we always encourage folks to look at other channels as well. Miriam's interview with Jessie Wu, she said her connection, Uche dismantled that by going to Connor and saying that she was looking for a sugar daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And Connor backpedaled. So the same way that he was telling Aaliyah, you let one woman's comment get in between what we had, he was the one commenting that got between what Connor and Miriam had.
He was trying to get in between a lot of people because he was trying to get in between Milton and Lydia. I don't deny he was probably trying to get between Izzy and Stacy or whatnot. I don't deny it. He definitely was making his way around the whole barbecue, you know, over there with Johnny and them, trying to persuade them whichever direction he wanted to. Now he making his rounds on these podcasts and things, trying to persuade the people. Still, people want to fight me and y'all can tussle with me and the thing, but Uche ain't Nick. And that's how I just see him. Like he is ain't, because there's no reason that you're that miserable that you want to go around making it miserable for everybody else. What did Miriam do to you besides telling you she don't want to talk to you? That's the whole experience, is to find somebody, see if it worked. If it don't work, you move on. That's actually dating in real life. So that tells me in real life, you're running around keeping tabs on your exes so you can ruin their lives going forward. So you want me to believe that Lydia is stalking you only, but you're not doing anything. However, yet you still call this woman. Not just call her, you call Aaliyah and told her the same thing. So you try to clear yourself with the copy and paste of it all right there to make it not seem like it was nothing major. But why are you contacting both of these ladies? You contacted Milton on his wedding date. And then the weirdest thing of that whole thing in the contact is, hey, you want to talk about it, bro? Talk about what? Nigga, I'm on my way to my honeymoon. What the hell am I talk to you for? I'm trying to talk these pennies off my wife right now. The hell is you talking about? Like, come on, weirdo.
He was trying every and anything to stay connected to the cast. That's why in some things, I do not think that Lydia is the stalking. I think he has, as you say, keeps tabs on, has a look-see. He may have a burner account so his name don't pop up. I hate to say it, but he's giving some feminine energy.
That burner account might be Lydia's Lydia's face on it and stuff like that. She thinking it's her account. She's over here his screenshots of his burner account.
And I was like, Uche was trying to dibby dabble in everything, and I keep hearing Nini's voice. Stay out of women business, Peter. Stay out. Uche was in the men's lounge carrying news.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a bad experience with one of the ladies, or if one of the ladies have a bad experience with a man, that is your experience of them. That does not mean the next person will have a bad experience.
You're right.
So just stay out their business and keep it hush. But to try and get to Milton on his wedding day, get to the ladies, it's like you're trying to hold on. You're trying to get in. But why? None of the men wants to be your friends. The women don't like you either. There needs to be a time for self-reflection. Because if you've gone into this and none of the men will stand up with you or for you, there needs to be some reflection. Because there is bro code, and none of them held up their membership card for Uche.
I think it's because of the shady, snaky way he was doing it too. Because even when you look back on how he would try to get in Milton's head and make it seem like, oh, Lydia's just this good girl. I don't want you to hurt her or this stuff. Telling Aaliyah, she's trustworthy and all that. Then turn around and be like, well, I got to keep it real with you. She was going through my things and stuff. Well, why would you call her trustworthy if she's going through your things? That's not a trustworthy person. I should be able to leave my phone around this person and not worry about them going through it, no matter the reason. If they're trustworthy, I should be able to believe whatever they tell me if they're trustworthy. Yet now you want to tell me that she's a lie, she's deceitful, all these things. Well, you come off more of the untrustworthy person then, because you're already telling me you lied to me once before. And that's been my biggest problem, like with this whole thing with Uche or whatnot. It's like you steady pointing a finger at everybody else, yet you got 4 of them pointed back at you and you ain't realized none of that.
He got the men's and the women's lounge fingers pointing at him.
Mm-hmm. And that's why you didn't show up. Because this would have been an easy clear for you if you have all this proof, you have all this evidence that you was running around the barbecue with. Baby, bring that binder. Bring that file book these ladies be having. Because I know you watch the Housewives. They be putting it together, baby. They print it up real quick. Hey, Sheree is making brochures for the girls. So go tell her to print you up a brochure with Lydia's face on the cover. You could have got it all made up.
And a private interview with Vanessa so that Lydia doesn't interrupt.
It could be done. Vanessa would have been the best one because she was probably no, she might have she might have came for you a little bit. You might have want to ask Nick. Nick might have sat there on bro code with you a little bit and try to hear you out. But still, you as child, I mean, Lydia has her faults. Lydia definitely has her faults. She don't have no boundaries for nobody. She don't respect boundaries and she don't have boundaries. Okay, that's her biggest fault. That's her biggest fault. But Uche is diabolical for real when it comes to playing with people's minds. And I'm convinced, because a lot of times when you date people, you pick up their bad habits. I'm convinced them bad habits that Lydia got that's so glaring, she got them from Uche. She definitely got them for him. Because you still running around trying to convince us that she is stalking you. However, you both had a conversation of coming onto the show, but you failed to mention that several times. you were sleeping with this girl 3 months prior to going on the show, but you only want to mention that when it's told out. You say a year ago she was running through your friends' pages and watching the stories, but somehow you managed to talk to her in November, and January or so, somewhere around there, y'all hook up again for the third time because you took her back already once prior to this. Yet in another interview, your relationship was only 2 to 3 weeks long. I guess in total. I guess in total. I guess in total it was only 2 to 3 weeks long if we add all the days we hooked up.
This is a case of, talking and making sure the relationship is defined. Because he's saying there was no relationship. She's saying they were in a relationship. This is where you have the moments like Johnny and Chris, even though they turned left. When they came to the barbecue, Johnny said, "That's my boyfriend." And Chris said, "That's my girlfriend."
Mm-hmm.
Both parties have claimed. But it seemed like Uche is saying, "Nah, I never said that. We were hanging out." And Lydia thinks they were in a serious relationship.
Well, it's serious enough for her to believe that she was cheated on and he didn't deny it. So.
And she's buying toys for your dog. She's meeting your friends.
And the parents, no.
I don't remember.
Okay, because she was saying so much. I just forgive me.
I don't remember. Wrong. Yeah, I don't remember the parents part, but I remember the friends. Why are you introducing a fling to your friends?
Unless you're trying to make her feel like something more.
But not saying anything. See, that's dark arts right there.
Definitely dark arts.
I have not claimed you, but I will do everything that acts like I've claimed you.
Mm-hmm.
But Milton saying Uche was obsessed with Lydia. That I would have liked to have dived deeper into. What made you think he was obsessed?
Some of his behaviors in the pods, and we got a couple of them on the camera, so I'm pretty sure it possibly was more, because he kind of went a little bit about it when he said, like, when we're in the pods, if Izzy asked me about my connection and said, "Hey, I don't want to talk about it," Izzy respected it, just backed up off of him. Uche want to continue. He want to pry some more about it or whatnot. So I get a little bit how he could feel. And I'm not saying that Uche actually was being obsessive or nothing, but I can get how it would make Milton feel obsessed.
All I would say is Aaliyah got that Izzy shaking leg syndrome on that couch.
I seen that. I said, "Oh, it's inherited." When we start to have to tell real conversations and stuff, we get to twitching and shaking and looking all around the room and biting the lips and stuff. That poor little bottom jaw, if Izzy was gone, I was like, "Child."
that told me Izzy's behavior pattern is more on this side.
Now, Roro for real got a real good question. What kind of a loss did Lydia have to make Uche take her back? Because her mom is still alive, so it's not her mom. Could possibly been dad. I don't think we dived into where her dad was, but still,
no, we didn't. She could have. I mean, she could have lost a best friend. She could have lost a job. I mean, sometimes in her field, if you lost out on a big grant for your research, but I don't think he doesn't scream to me heart-filled of accepting you back because you've had a loss.
No. But that was his words.
Right.
So that's the puzzling part to it.
Right.
Or at least when he was telling Aaliyah the story. Was it when he was telling Aaliyah the story? So that was his words in telling Aaliyah the story. So yeah.
He just wanted to say that I just took her back. I didn't want to take her back.
Mm-hmm.
But I did just to be nice to her.
Maybe she lost her place. That's why we never seen it. Maybe that's what the loss. Maybe that's what the loss was. She lost her place and she had to move into Uche's, and that's why she was passing by his house when she didn't need to be passing because she like, child, my stuff is still in there. I need to get in. I need to take a shower.
Oh no, Roro. Roro going deep.
Oh, you, it's possible. That's possible. I put it for those that's on the playback so they can read it. Okay, it's possible. That would be only reason why you would take somebody back in the moment or whatever. And then the loss was a little bit later, a little bit
Right,
afterwards.
right. Well,
Uh, it's so many unanswered things that we're probably never gonna get. We'll see if they do these interviews, and we're gonna have to play Sherlock Holmes and piece all the all the clues together.
we'll have the "Where Are They Now" episode.
Why? The why? The why?
Which technically that's the reunion because they usually wait a year.
That's what I'm saying. We done had it already. The why. I know they like to do after the altar and all this, but what we gonna have after the altar? A bunch of people dating still, hooking up at bars? I don't care to see that. I don't care.
Izzy will get a Jeep commercial.
And a sliding down in the closet commercial. Get a hanger commercial for the closets. I don't know. Uh, did they buy a dog together? Not that would not have me take you back. That'll just have me take the dog with me. That's about it. Child. The fur babies is a split asset. One of us can keep it. Like that's it. Mm-mm. I don't know. Child. Okay, I'm done with them. I'm done with him because he wasn't there. I'm not going to speak for him. He's doing a lot of speaking right now, so y'all just have to piece the puzzles together for yourselves. I know y'all like to create your own stories for everybody. I gave you my theories, and I standing by mine. Elle give you her theories, and if she want to share another one with us, that's fine. But mine's is Uche was out here. I won't say he was stalking Lydia, but he was definitely keeping tabs on her comings and goings and who she was knowings. So yeah, he ain't no victim. Baby boy ain't no victim. So he can stop. He can stop with the cap on it all. Okay. Sometimes you bring things on yourself. Any more thoughts on this, Elle?
No, I just don't think something didn't ring true for me how Aaliyah met her new boo, but that's not part of the story.
Well, we can't be telling we just be hooking up on ships and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I know Vanessa wanted to ask her. I know she wanted to ask her, did y'all hook up on the boat and stuff? But you know, I was curious too. Like, girl, did you just meet this man on the ship and you hooked up with him? I was like, whose room did you sleep in? I was a little curious. I ain't gonna lie, because I'm just like, I don't know if I just be meeting somebody on the ship and then.
Was he the crew?
How long was y'all on this cruise together? Was it a 3-day cruise or was it a whole week? Because boy, move around. Did I meet you on if I met you on the last day, that's a different thing. But if I met you on the first day, sir. Leave me and my cruise alone. She said she went by herself. I don't know too many people that take a cruise by themselves, but let me rephrase this. I don't know too many black people that take a cruise by themselves, okay? Because I did meet some other people that do what they do, but the vibe I got from them people is that they doing this for some hookup reasons, okay?
And you both went on the cruise single.
She said it was an R&B cruise, and usually the R&B cruise is a single cruise. And if she was on the one I'm thinking she was on, I was like, okay, Miss Stella, get your groove back, girl. Go ahead, sow your royal oats, okay? Lick your wounds, girl.
That's why I think she was there single, and he could have been part of the crew.
Mm-hmm. Do you, boo? She happy in her new relationship, and we happy for you, girl. Get it, okay? It
There you
looks
go.
nice. I'm proud. I'm proud that something did happen for her out of this whole situation. Because it was sad. It did take her experience away. It was a bit unfair. And another one who got their experience taken away was Taylor because of JP.
Mm.
Damn it, JP took everybody experience away.
I'm sorry, I will not have you cast aspersions on JP like that. He certainly asked, and Taylor could have said no.
But he didn't say anything after the yes. That's the problem I'm talking about. That's how he took her experience away. She's like, I could have did this by myself. Like, sis, you basically did. Oh, poor Taylor. Poor Taylor. She looks so pretty though. She looks so pretty. The makeup wasn't too heavy or nothing like that. It was nice and light. It was JP friendly, I hope.
His red, white, and blue was friendly too. It was hidden under the pant leg.
Oh yeah, no, that pants leg raised up real quick.
They asked him. Nick
No,
did ask him
still
to show it.
it still was up enough for them to see a star spangled in a banner. He gonna make sure them pants legs was not touching the ground.
So, I wish Taylor would have come back and said, okay, you didn't like my makeup. I didn't like all the red, white, and blue.
Yeah. 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 I wish there was more to say on these.
No pun intended. No pun intended.
The one thing that stood out is I noticed that, and this is what I just feel like Taylor needs to work on going forward, is her listening skills, her patience skills, and just trying to, you're asking the questions, but you're not hearing or waiting for the answers. So
He's telling you by his lack of response, by his lack of action. He's telling you. He's answering you without an answer.
mm-hmm. And when he tried to answer her, she cut him off.
And he's very low tone, very respectful. Even telling her he prefers to see her freckles was very respectful in tone and delivery. But when he says it and something she doesn't want to hear, she runs away. And that is not encouraging him to speak further. Mm-hmm. Maybe she needs to learn from Izzy to sit there and do that leg twitch.
Shake through it.
Shake that leg. Let him get it out.
This was just a tough situation for them both. We still don't have clarity on why JP shut down so hard. That was a hard shutdown. He shut completely down, and he tried to blame it on about 5, 6, 7 different things at the thing. It was the cameras and everybody around. Technically, first it was getting out the pods. Let's be honest, JP, because as soon as you got out the pods, you didn't have much to say anymore. You stopped talking when y'all got face to face. But then it was the cameras around. Then it was the birds cacaoing in Mexico and stuff. And the sun was too bright. And then she said your breath stank. And I didn't have enough red, white, and the blue packed in my bag with me. It was just like a number of reasons why he didn't have nothing to say to her. And it was just, none of them were the reason. Not one of them was the actual reason.
And it's very strong to say that somebody's makeup or wearing makeup means you're a fake person or you're fake in this moment. That's very strong. So that's why I would, there's something to the root of makeup that he doesn't like other than it getting all over his suit. But there's something strong within him that makeup is just not it. And there are men who have preferences of no makeup. Some men prefer makeup. Some men prefer ladies who alter their appearance. But the thing is that his delivery wasn't bad, but again, he did not give a reason. He did not say anything. And the silent treatment, no matter if it's male or female, is torture.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So this makeup on the clothes thing, this is I started thinking about this too. Like, bro, why are you holding me so tight? If you don't have me in a chokehold in a headlock, my makeup would not be on your clothes. You shouldn't be holding me so daggone tight.
But
Then
I'm your sugar.
it was also giving me Dahmer vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like you're finding a reason to off me. Like, are you the Jack the Ripper type? I don't. I need to know. Like, what's happening right now? Is my makeup going to be the reason I'm the next victim? Like, this is weird. I need a real reason. JP need to give us a real reason. I didn't care for them flushing out as much as they did because it went nowhere. I'm like, we could have spent half this time with Aaliyah and Lydia, you know what I'm saying? Like, and get somewhere with it. But it was weird. It was heck weird. And I get being really shy. I get being really timid in front of a really beautiful woman. And he did say he find her beautiful without the makeup. But at some point, you should be able to say something. More.
But again, if he's coming at it from his inner little boy and how his mother was very domineering,
Mm-hmm.
maybe he didn't know how to say it without getting her angry and angry at him.
Mm-hmm.
But he did say, it came out the wrong way. I did appreciate his apology was much better. Lydia, take note. But he just, and I could understand if it is from the mother, and if we had talked about it before, if it could be a religious thing, that there are some people in the South of the US that makeup is a sign of loose morals.
Mm-hmm.
And he could be coming from that angle, or as we said before, the mother got on his sisters for wearing makeup and being fast. And that's what she was yelling at them, and it traumatized him. It could be anything, but he needs to tell Taylor.
Or whatever job the mama was doing when they was growing up. I would have. I don't wish they went further. I don't wish that. I do wish we got to see his mom, got to see, something, his sisters or something to help us figure a little bit more about JP. Because he's an enigma right now. And it's just like, it's weird because I don't want to be a Sean right now and put him on a spectrum, but I kind of want to put him there because that's what it's giving me. Like something is not totally clicking when it comes to dating and women.
Well, here's where I would cautiously say it, like Sean, and I say cautiously. I am a mother of someone who is on the spectrum, and when he said he doesn't approach, he lets his friends approach.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of lit a light bulb for me. And it's not just dating. My son would sit and watch quiet just to see how you move, how you behave before he puts himself out
Mm-hmm.
for you to either judge him, like or not. If he deems you not worthy, he's going to stay silent. If he says, okay, I can be my personality around you and I'll be accepted, he will come out of his shell.
Right.
So that's where it kind of clicked for me with JP when he said his friends would approach. Because he just probably, again, not very confident in putting himself out there, or his awkwardness is seen as a deficiency.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I can see that, but you ask this woman to marry you. This is not a chick at a bar. This is your sugar. You should be able to talk to her.
But that's the weirdest thing because it's behind the wall. You were able, as long as you didn't see her, you were able.
As long as she didn't see you.
Yeah. Both ways, like something between the two. You were fine and okay with it. So that's it. He's he's a work in progress. Don't think he's totally a bad guy. Don't think he's totally a bad guy. I think he's just something to work with. It's gonna take a woman to actually just probably approach him and go from there. or whatnot. And I get it. I'm an ambivert, so I'm not totally an introvert. So I get the time. There are people out there that are so introverted. They're so far on that extreme. They don't they don't interact with people at all. You know what I'm saying? Going outside even sometimes is a struggle
Ooh.
for them. So I get that, and maybe that's where JP is. JP is maybe just that hardcore introverted type that you have to be in his circle just to know, just to know.
And realize his circle is his team of
Hmm.
firefighters.
Yeah,
That's his circle.
and so it's like it's just a forced circle at this point. It's not even like because we work together, we're together. They understand and they know me.
He trusts them with his life. A firefighter team
Hmm. It's
is a
important.
strong bond.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it's see that's giving me JP wants somebody to love him for him. However, he doesn't want to give that same respect back. Is it? This has been like this theme going around lately. It's been the theme of the year. Just love me for me. But you wear that makeup. Oh, heck no. No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We will not. Not in this house. Yeah, poor Taylor. She didn't get the experience that she wanted. And I'm gonna say poor JP on this too. He didn't get the experience he was probably hoping for either. And I mean, I commend them both for going on it and trying. Um, and with
commend her. Commend her for being able to say no.
and JP has a lady,
Yes, he does.
so oh well, he has a person. I don't know if they did they say a lady. I don't know. He has a person, so we're not going. I'm not going to put anything anywhere because the community start coming after you. Start doing too many things. I don't want to be. I don't want to fight today with y'all. I want to tussle with another group, not y'all.
When he said that, I wondered which one of his friends approached them at the bar.
It's a friend of a friend. You know. So I'm like, it's probably somebody that bar he keep going to is somebody that's seen him in there so many times. Like, child, listen, I've been trying to give you all kind of hints and you ain't came up to me yet. Hello. Hi, how are you doing?
I wore this red, white, and blue to get your attention.
Right. Yeah. Congrats and good luck to them both. Um, so Milton talked about their future and his 401k, and that led us to Stacy and Izzy. Speaking of finances,
All I gotta say is Izzy should have wore that suit at the wedding.
amen.
He looked good in that suit.
He's about to
He
have a
looked
home
ready
in
for a
it.
bar and a little necking in the Jeep in that suit.
Well, he had a date afterwards. His date was meeting him for their vacation, baby. Baby, he said, I've been out here making these sales and getting this money, and we going on vacation. You see me, Stacy. What you missed out on, but the rest of these ladies on this stage didn't. They got a piece of this. Everybody up here got a piece of this, including Lydia.
And Johnny, I got your stuff in Lost and Found.
Right. Child. Hey, said not them socks. You missed the socks.
No, I just from the lime green. This jacket fit. The neck was fitting. His suit was on point. That wedding suit was not his finery. But I'm used to dudes with weird socks. I'm used to it. In my job, the weirder the sock, it seems, the better. But yeah, Izzy don't care about no 401k. He care that we going on vacation. Now he didn't say what class they're gonna be on the plane, but we going on vacation.
Yeah.
And he made sure everybody knows he drives a Jeep.
I told you, Izzy might be a little Prince Hakeem out here. Came from a little money and was trying to have a lady love him for his bad credit and all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Baby, I got bad credit. You still gonna love me?
I got cash though.
You gonna still love me? I ain't got no credit cards in my name. Will you still love me? He came off he came off with the big tamers. Everything in my mama's name. But that's all right. I still fly.
And I still do fly because I'm going on vacation.
Exactly. He said, I'm on the Ocho Cinco plan. Spirit it is for me. I can't do the Shannon Browns. I am going on Spirit. That's where I'll be. Then, baby, and I don't know why Ocho Cinco lied to the people because, side note, Spirit expensive by the time you get down to it, okay? You got to pay for every damn thing. So, Ocho, you might as well go ahead and jump on that damn private jet with Shannon Sharp, okay? I know I said Shannon Brown, but Shannon Brown, he got money too. But jump on that private plane with Shannon, the Sharp, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Sharp. Because shoot, you don't pay for everything by the time you don't pay for a private plane by the time Spirit is done with you. And they might lose your stuff. Wow.
You're lucky to let you have a bag.
All right. Listen, my friend too, L. My friend too. I still fly with them though. Don't play with me. When I got certain trips, I will hop on there. I know how to. I ain't gonna tell y'all how I maneuver not paying all them fees, but I do. I do.
There is a way.
There is a way. They let you, and they let you too. You just gotta know what to do. I ain't gonna get my secrets and get it shut down though. Y'all figure it out for yourself. They still running. Listen, my rich auntie, okay, she be on them. That's how she stay rich. She ain't gonna be paying for all these tickets. Hey, Ocho tell y'all. Ocho and my auntie will tell y'all. You just gotta know how to maneuver. Now, if you got bags and things, you might want to deal with Southwest. They they drive you there sometimes. But if you got the patience, you need to get all them bags across.
Or Delta. There's a way with Delta.
There's a way with Delta too. Delta is my one. I know a lot of people might not like Delta, but Delta is my one. Delta did me right through the whole flight to China. Delta my one. I rock. If you can take me 19 hours away safely, I rocks with you. I rocks with you.
Well, we don't know how far is he going.
We don't. And Mexico is real close to Texas, so you know he might have drove.
You got family in Mexico.
So you know.
So we may be on Spirit. We're gonna be staying in the room out back by my auntie, but we just 10 minutes from the beach.
It's nice. The weather's good, and you love me for me.
Right.
Remember that. So that's all that matters. That's all that matters. What also matters is
Stacy's face.
all up and through it. All up and through it. Talk about somebody fixing their face or faces. Stacy, okay, because I'm just saying that not if they had not said Johnny's name once, you would have had a pleasant face the whole time. But as soon as there was a Johnny mention and you seen her, for somebody that didn't care in the pods, why do you care when you outside the pods? Why do you care so much when you face to face? If you know your worth and your value, you've been bigging yourself up bigger than this girl through most of the show. You present yourself in at least in the light of being above her because you don't want to even be compared by Izzy with Johnny. Why does it bother you of what she actually says? Because you said that the friends told you that she was talking ish. It got back to you and you was cool with it in the pods. You didn't care in the pods, but because you didn't have to be face to face with her. But why does it matter when you're face to face?
Because she's pressed. Johnny is the one that looks the most unbothered.
All up and through this series. Johnny was over here having side conversations, cracking jokes about all kind of other things.
And when Izzy admitted to having a makeout session, the song I heard in my head is "I Got Your Man." That's what I heard in my head. Johnny was like, "Yeah, I got a taste."
Johnny was like, and didn't really care about it either. I bet. Eh, eh, that was you, boo. That was you.
I mean, to be
Johnny a double
petty,
back queen though. Johnny a double back queen. Johnny gonna double back and she don't do nothing else.
if I was Johnny, just to be petty, I would have been like, I may have to come over and check that lost and found. I left something.
She all but said it. I know she wasn't trying to sit there and really go there about what they did, but she was just like, "What you?" We was at the bar. Everybody was there except for her. That's basically what she said, except for her. I mean, because yeah, even Chris brought his date. I don't know where she was. She wasn't there. Fucking this shit is petty as hell. These people petty as hell.
Yet Stacy wants to say Izzy's not on her level, but y'all going to dates at the same place.
You done all
Y'all
that?
going to the same bar.
I
But he's
usually
not
don't
on your
go to
level.
bars. I usually don't go to bars. So it's feeling like a setup for my parents because my mom was like, Izzy! And I was like, no. I was like, okay.
Yeah. It screamed you wanted us to think Izzy is so far beneath you, but Houston ain't that small. And it ain't one cooking class in all of Houston for dates.
What movie outside of Hitch? Because Hitch wasn't a cooking class where the ex hooked up, but I feel like it was Brown Sugar. I know they was in a karate class together, but I don't remember what movie where they had something where the exes end up being together like this. It was weird. And at the
I
same
can't remember.
table. I don't know who's stalking who out of this one too. No.
Because clearly, as you say, Stacy's like, I don't go to bars, but he's at the bars and she shows up. And she shows up at the cooking class, they're already there. Again, Stacy is bothered. She told the man, "Oh, my ex is here. We could leave if you want to."
But it was Izzy that knew her voice.
She knew his no, he knew her laugh
Her
and
laugh and all that. Yeah.
she knew his voice, and he was fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
He was fine. We could cook.
It was the correction of Vanessa saying, "Oh, my ex fiance is there," and he goes along with it. He's like, "Yeah, I said my ex fiance. I didn't say that. I didn't go there." Like, but why not?
Stacy's too bothered with image.
Mm-hmm.
Too bothered with image. Izzy is out here living his best life, giving of himself. Giving of himself across Houston. And she's the one there sitting with sour grapes because her face, I thought one earring was going to fly off when she looked at him when they said he and Johnny were necking in the Jeep. She looked at him.
Oh, her whole body was turned to him. She was.
Then had the nerve to say, "Yeah, I knew about it." No, sis, you didn't know about it.
You didn't know about it because Izzy was too scared to tell about how y'all got back together and what happened in that year and whatever. And I was like, some stuff didn't happen why he was too scared to tell. But he was okay to tell every other story, even the cooking class story. He was nervous when Johnny walked out there. So you did not know the extreme of them hooking up, or you didn't want to believe it if the friend did, whoever supposedly saw them, call you and told you. Because obviously it's possible because that's the way Johnny found out about Chris. The friend that called and seen it and whatever and stuff like that. But for the fact that you ain't claiming this man, this has to only be the friend that made the jacket for you. This is the only person that knows. So it must have been a friend that made the jacket for you. Because I don't recall seeing any of her friends either. I just remember her sisters. So who would have known what Izzy looked like?
But why? Why would she too was trying to hook up with Izzy. I'm sorry. She was trying to hook up with that man. She told him we need time. The only thing Izzy could fix in a week is changing out the paper plates and the plastic cups.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else he could change in a week.
But
So time, he can't change his credit score in a week. So you said giving him we need time is not our time right now screamed you were spinning the block just for a taste.
it sounds slightly reluctantly too, though, because because he said they went for this timeline confused the heck out of me too. So bear with me as I try to go down it, because I was like, where'd the 2 weeks come from? And it was only a week, and then by the end of the week it was a Friday, and now on the next day it was confusing. Okay, but for whatever the time was when they wasn't talking, and I'm not even sure. And there's another part that confuses me even more on this. I'm not sure if this is after the show, right after the show, or after they met. So that's what I'm confused about. Because somewhere there's a 2 weeks, and I'll probably have to replay it to try to figure it out. Somewhere there's a 2 week window of them not speaking. However, there's a week, it sounds like after the I do's or I don'ts happen. 3 days, he was expecting not to talk to her for 2 days. He was expecting not to talk to her for 2 days. By the third day, he was itching, and I need to talk to her. And somehow we on a Friday, so I don't know what day the Friday is. But by the Friday, they went on a date, and that's when she told them that they need more time and spend more time away, like getting to starting all over. He didn't want to start all over.
That didn't make sense to start all over. We were at the altar. Doesn't make sense to start over.
But to me, it does. When you lied, I gotta learn you all over again. I don't know who you are. And he wants to play semantics on there wasn't a right time to tell her that, but you lied because you told everybody else.
But Izzy's thing is he tells everybody but the person he's dating.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I need to get to know you. I need to start all over. I need to start all over because clearly we went somewhere wrong.
But he still can't fix everything in a short amount of time. It's going to take him years. I mean, oh my gosh, you want the private jet.
Well, yeah, she was. I just felt like she was going to be dating him for a while, and I didn't understand why she was going to torture herself like that too. Like, you want to just stay in a relationship? Yeah, I mean, just say that. You don't have to say it on camera, but just say that off camera. Like, dude, I just want to keep smashing. Now, I think that's probably what it was. That's probably what the conversation really was, and they trying to be polite about it. Is like, I just want to keep smashing, and he like, no, I want more.
I want to move into that house.
Hello. I need a place to stay because the paper place is running low. The paper place is running low. I'm running out, child. I got to get out. When the paper place is out, I have to be out. So, and Stacy was like, no, but I will come by your place before you leave. And one last time, I'll help you pack. So I make sure none of my stuff is in your trophy drawer. And it is what it is. Stacy is in her bag right now. Stacy's in her travel bag right now. She ain't got time. She off with the 45-year-olds he complained about. Okay.
I wonder if Izzy is being flued out.
It's possible. It's possible because it seems like he got some worthy D.
Yeah, he's community property. He seems like community property.
Oh, he definitely community property because she claimed there was others. So she wasn't. So it was a little double speech right there. I'm not surprised that because it was others, but I'm surprised. Were you just surprised that it was Johnny? Why would you be surprised that it's Johnny? I mean, he only told you stuff to make you feel good about yourself because he knew that you didn't like Johnny, but he liked Johnny.
Because if she's a S person and everybody agrees, why am I necking with you in my Jeep? That was just for Stacy's sake.
Mm-hmm.
That was just for Stacy's sake. He was still liking Johnny for whatever reason. And as I said before, when they're in the pods and it's the last two people, you have shared a lot of yourself with those two people. It is really hard to just shut off and shut down for some people when it's today I was talking to you and wondering to marry you, and tomorrow I propose to somebody else. When I see you, stuff does flood back, and it's hard to sometimes behave in a good manner. But to come at her, it was screaming, I need to support Stacy. Because clearly he was necking with
And I'm
her
still
in
hurt.
Jeep. Yeah. He was if he was so against Johnny, she wouldn't be in his Jeep.
Mm-mm. No, and then if you listen closely in that moment when he's explaining of the hookup with Johnny, he says, well, they weren't together, but we were. I mean, they weren't together anymore, but we weren't over. And I was like, I had to run it back, right, read the words. I'm like, am I hearing this right? You and Stacy weren't over? I'm hoping that I heard that wrong. I probably gonna play it again, but I'm just like, you said we weren't. They were over, but we weren't.
But were they over? Did Johnny know they were over?
Well, I'm assuming that because they said Chris was there, so Chris had the girl by that time. Which is this timeline is still not adding up because I'm like, how fast was y'all back in this bar? Because he ghosted you for 2 weeks. Now, granted, when the ghosting of the 2 weeks, they were still in the process. The other people were still in the process. Johnny and Chris were out the process, so it didn't matter about them because she said that was her birthday weekend. He dipped on her then, or whatever. So I'm guessing about time they're out the process, or not even out the process. They're not even out the process. I am so confused on these timelines. These people got me all over the place.
All I say is it's real bad that he dipped on you on your birthday. Yes, he had a wedding to go to, but the ghosting started your birthday weekend.
Baby, he went to the wedding with the other girl. He had to go with the other girl to the wedding.
Or maybe
And
he met her there. Let's be nice.
No, he didn't. There's evidence that he met this girl. He knew this girl prior. Okay, there's evidence that he knew the girl prior. However, I'm assuming that it was either the girl's wedding that he was going to for her friend or whatever, and that was he was her plus one, or he been asked this girl to go to this wedding with him before he came on this show, and it got official then.
Chris did say when women see him, they think Playboy.
Well, we know why. Because definitely he is playing. And Chris was the one to watch. I'm sorry, the cameras missed everything with Chris. Okay, we needed to have Chris propose to somebody. She should have never called it off with Chris, so we could have seen Chris in action. Okay, but she called it off, and she shouldn't have never doubled back. But she did that too. So there's that.
Izzy let you see the whole trophy case. You didn't even know Chris was hunting.
Jack is Chris been caught his prey, his catch a long time ago. He was over there draining it for a little while. He over there skinning it and everything. Shoot, I don't know. Like Chris been out in the field. Chris like, shoot, I ain't never left when I was in these pods.
That whole fostering dogs thing. Ladies love a pet and an animal.
Well, he done found a lady that loves that, and he fell in love with the pets and animals because of the lady. So there's that, because that's what she does. He over there at the rescue shelters helping on the weekends. So,
but yeah, Chris is a true dark artist, and I said it at first when everybody was, "Oh my God, Chris!" I said, "Something about Chris, something about Chris." I didn't like it, but I didn't think he was that diabolical to ghost her on her birthday. You walk in announcing she is your girlfriend. You said it on camera. This is my girlfriend. And she's like, this is my boyfriend. And all of a sudden you disappear. Again, ladies, pay attention. The gentleman still claimed you. in public amongst friends and colleagues and still disappeared.
Uche, take lessons. You ain't even got to stalk them. You ain't even got to worry about their whereabouts. See, their whereabouts is no concern of yours, okay? When you really out in these streets, the only reason you worried about their whereabouts so they don't see you. But outside of that, you like, I don't need to check no more. I don't need to check no more. And that's what I got Roro for real. He's spiteful or whatever. Cause I was like, you got back with this girl with a plan. He was like, don't worry about it, Izzy. I got it. I got it. I know about my girl, my girl, my girl, my girl. This is my girl. I got her. Don't worry. Don't worry about me. That makes me think when he said we all four ain't good. He like, y'all not good, but I'm good. Don't worry. I got this.
And then here it is that they all cool.
Mm-hmm.
He cool with Johnny necking with Izzy. Izzy cool with Chris. Yet Stacy's face is all kinds of twisted.
Now, what could have sold Chris to make his final decision to just go on with the friend he knew before was that one last revelation where Izzy was like, she told me she loved me in the pods. Because he did question that out loud. He said, she said that. So that was one note sharing that they didn't share with each other or whatnot. And I'm pretty sure the I love you was after she dumped Chris. But, sometimes when we hearing it back, we don't put a time into when it happened or whatever. But he was probably just like, yeah, no, I'm tired. I'm tired of all this mess. I'm tired of this with you or whatever. And I'm still not your first choice.
But to not say anything takes a special type of person.
Oh yeah, that's one of his biggest flaws right there. Is just the silence of it all, sitting back holding the information. Plus you have her telling him that again in his face, Izzy was the number one choice. I mean, she was trying to defend her stance, and I get her. She was defending where she stood, and she was like, but I told you guys, Izzy is a number, so it's still another shot to the head for this man.
Note to future contestants, do not say a number. They're all choices. Baskin Robbins has 31 flavors, and you choose a few, but you don't say which is your favorite at the counter.
I can say that's one thing that Izzy did right. That is one thing Izzy did right. He definitely did not give who is the top, who is this or whatever. He said, he always made it evasive on, I have some connections. I got some tough connections. I got some top connections. He never gave a name. None of that. They knew they might have known who it was, but he made sure not to drop too much information on it. Like, y'all not about to go in here and ruin my chances of hooking my sugar mama at all. God dang it. Play with me if you want to. He did that right. So that's a lesson learned. Please, like Elle said, don't be sitting there, my top two is you, you, and you. No, no, no.
Now, one thing I don't like is when people say your second choice. We don't know editing. This may be the person's fifth choice. We don't know in what order or number people are. We just see what we're shown. Mm-hmm. So to say Chris was her second choice, Chris could have been her fourth.
Yeah, but she shouldn't have said it anyway. That's her fault to even try to defend her character in that way. And I get it, because if they're trying to call you out to make you a liar and all this stuff like that, and you want to stand your ground on your word on I'm not a liar, but you got to eat that one. You're going to have to eat it because one way or another, you're going to lose.
She jumped off the lily pad too quick. That's all.
And she said she regret that part, cutting, pulling that trigger too fast with Chris, cutting it off. She should have just kept going. And we called it. You should have got your player bag on and just ride it out to make sure to the end. It didn't work out, probably for your best, because we see how that worked out for Stacy. Chris worked out probably for the best. Y'all had a good time in the short time, so you got to ride that one out what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're just here for a good time, not the long time. Good luck to him and his new roommate. Yeah, they living together. Good luck to Stacy. I mean, not Stacy, but Johnny and hers. Oh, did you see? Okay, okay. Now I do understand that Izzy got him a lady now. I do understand he got a lady now, and all respects to this young lady that he got now. However, his heart dropped a little when Johnny said she got somebody that she been with for a year. I don't know why his heart dropped. It could be a number of reasons. I could speculate them all right here, but I'm not. But his heart did drop just a little. If y'all watch that, right, I don't know if this is just production and editing and when they cut to it or whatever. I have no clue. Could be. But I felt the punch with him. I felt it. That chest went in a little bit. It was oh no. That one touched his heart. That one touched his heart a little bit.
The guy from Put a Ring on It.
It did not touch his heart when Stacy said she was, doing her thing and dating and stuff. But when Johnny, he looked across that room and was like,
"So you were just nicking with me in the Jeep and you had him in?" That's what the look gave.
That's what it definitely gave.
Oh, you played me. That's what it gave.
I thought I was about to holler at you after this show real quick. I was about to try to rap to you one time. Oh, so you off the market, huh? Damn.
Could I holler at you when I come back from vacation?
You know what I'm saying? Because I was gonna try to line a little something up, even though I got a girl. I wasn't gonna admit it, but now I got to. I gotta tell the world I'm about to see somebody now. Woo!
Because I gotta let Stacy know I'm going on vacations.
Yeah, without her. These some petty people, Chad. I thought I was petty in the day. Woo! If this is for you and didn't give me nothing else, he gave me my petty life, baby. I was getting petty everywhere. I was like, oh my, all y'all petty. All of y'all petty. Child. I'm sorry. Stacy was butthurt. Izzy was hurt. Chris and Johnny over here having a side conversation, laughing and kikiing like they still together and stuff. I was like, what is happening over here? Because they was really having a whole kiki session. So I was like, whatever y'all had going on, maybe y'all just went to that barbecue and act like y'all was boyfriend and girlfriend for the moment. And that really wasn't the case. Because y'all kikiing way too comfortable.
I didn't understand it, and maybe I'm not that evolved. An ex is an ex, I don't need to have any contact with you, but it just seemed a little too comfortable. And it could be that they've the shared Love is Blind experience, but it screamed too comfortable.
It was a side joke.
While Stacy was talking.
Damn near while anybody was talking after a while, I was like, oh, y'all, yeah. Izzy was trying to give his little speech on his little rumble through, and she was like, this guy.
With the guy who ghosted you on your birthday weekend. I think Johnny was playing real petty.
They both I didn't even understand Chris's state. I didn't even understand his skin in the game because he was being just as petty with her. I was like, oh, because I got a petty friend that would do this with me, but that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? We ain't messing around and stuff like that. But I was like, dang, y'all like real friends up here. Okay, this is interesting.
I'm not mad that you ghosted me on my birthday weekend
anymore because you said your apology. Though you still with the girl that you ghosted me with. Yeah, I don't know.
But I want to chat with you more than I want to listen to their foolishness.
I was with her on that part, especially when Stacy was talking. I was with her on that part. I was like, well, shit, I'm about to have a conversation with you. So you and your girl doing good? Y'all good? Oh, that's great. Okay. Oh, she's still talking? Okay, so I'll ask you another question. Y'all going to that bar we met at that night? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like their wings. Yeah. I'd have probably been that petty too while Stacy was talking. Like, girl, I ain't got time for you. Yeah, she managed to hear what they were saying though. Nick thought he was gonna catch her. Do you agree with that? She's like, well, yeah, some of it.
She got that lawyer ear, each ear hearing two different things. She could catch it, but I'm going to act like I ain't listening to you.
Oh, that made Stacy even more mad. That Stacy was like,
you are unbothered? How dare you?
I'm the unbothered one. They gonna have me slide down the wall later laughing.
The good slide down the wall. The good slide down the wall. And even Izzy is like, dang, that didn't mean anything in the Jeep? That we didn't connect in the Jeep? Dang, you had somebody? Oh, okay, I have a girlfriend. We're going on a trip right now.
It's a nice trip too. Down to Mexico. I wore my good suit for you. JP just like, go America. I don't know what's happening.
But yeah, with the way Izzy was talking about the session with Johnny, it's like you really didn't hate her at the mixer. This was brownie points with Stacy.
Mm-hmm. You really didn't hate her.
But I wanted a cuties video footage. That's what I wanted.
I wonder if they got them. I guess we didn't have so much controversy. We would have needed that for Uche. If Uche was there, we definitely would have probably got it.
We could have had it with Izzy telling Johnny his credit score and his finances, or telling any of the other women. I would have taken a montage of Izzy telling all different people.
Now you just have been a petty editor. I hope this cast has some out. I mean, it didn't even need the montage because her face was like, you couldn't find the right time to tell me, but you told, and it was legit. I could, because I was feeling her pain on that. Like you couldn't find the right time to tell me, but you had the right time to tell everybody else. Like, Negro, don't play in my face. Want to talk about it wasn't about the finances, or it wasn't about you being scared. Which I don't think it was about you being scared, because the question was brought up once in the pod. I think more so you were scared after you noticed what all she had and what you might lose. But the question outside the pause was the credit card, not why you don't actually have a credit card, but to present it in the pause like, oh, everything is straight. I everything is paid off, so I didn't have to worry about telling you that. But you told somebody else about your bad credit. You didn't tell me about the bad credit part.
Stacy in her mind's eye saw, if I marry this man, he gonna take half this house.
Oh, he taking half of my daddy house too. This man said he was Jack in the Titanic. He is coming for it all, baby. I will not.
You can't pay for dinners, but you're gonna take half. No, bro.
Like, oh no. Oh no.
But yeah, I would have been the petty editor of Izzy telling everybody his credit score. Everybody what's going down. Everybody but Stacy.
Now
she got the plunger, not the score.
For the shit that about to hit the fan. Now, the one petty moment of the night I did not care for was when they played that game and they did that Miriam. Earlier in the season, I actually would have liked it. I would have probably liked it because it was, I feel like it was more funnier when we didn't get all of Miriam's story. When they went around the thing and they had to guess Miriam's job. I felt like that was real disrespectful of them because they actually know her full story at the time, which we didn't know. And so, yeah, Jack died at the end. So I was just like, what the heck? Not justice for Jack. Get out of here, Trey. Freaking justice for Jack. But I thought that was kind of messed up. And I guess they must not banked on Miriam telling her story to Jesse prior to this coming on. But I felt because I knew her story now, it was shady. Had I not known her story, I probably would have got the more of the key out of it or whatnot. But I feel like, and shout out to Jessie Wu, she did get that interview with Miriam. So you guys please go check that out if y'all get a chance. It's actually a good watch. But I thought that was a really shady thing for them to do.
And Miriam said that she and Uche worked at the same company at some point.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, like I said, Uche was being. I gave him that. He was being petty in that moment, and that was the kind of petty. Sometimes I will admit that I would go to. In the moments of you annoy me and you in my damn face. Now, do I agree that he went at the black woman all harder than everything? Yes, I can see that he did. When I look back on it, I can see that he did go a lot harder. But there's familiarity there, and also hearing her story. She dumped him in the pod. She let him go in the pod, so I understand where his hurt and was petty, his little Mitchy ways was coming from.
Do you have a business? Do you not have a business?
The irony of it again is Uche calling somebody what he is, the bitter one. Sir, you were the bitter one. Why'd you call Mary the bitter? She's bitter. Like she bitter for what? That's what I never understood. It's like, why is she bitter? I thought it was like, oh, he called it off with her, but for her to be like, nah, it was me. It's me called it off for him, and then he run outside these pods and start messing up my relationships with other people or whatnot.
And she would have and she would have a right to feel, if you want to say bitter about the fact that you went and ran your mouth to my connections and hurt those connections.
Yep.
Leave it alone. Now they're gonna have isolation pods so people can't talk to each other.
Now y'all really gonna be mad because y'all gonna go from the pod to the hotel room. Y'all ain't even gonna see each other in the lounge. You eat your meal by yourself. Y'all don't feel like y'all on solitaire and death row. Now you mess it up for the rest of the cast, Uche. Look, you don't ruin everything for everybody.
But the cameraman and the camera angles made sure you saw the spread of food every scene.
Not at that reunion though, child. They were sitting there hungry. They were looking hungry.
Well, the reunion, yes, you can be hungry, but all the other scenes,
Stacy said, I wore this dress so y'all can see my bones. They did not feed me. I'm just playing.
Some of them you can't eat in those dresses. I'm sorry.
Right. You really can't.
Taylor's corset was too snatched.
Baby, she said, just one tea sandwich, please. Just one. Yeah, that was my only moment. Like in hindsight, looking back, I probably, like I said, had I not known Marion's whole get down or whatnot, it probably would have been a funny moment because I found it odd. I know that was one of the first things I said when we first started these, that I found it odd that she was like really unstable and unsure on how they edited her, on her choice, on where she worked, where she lived, and all that stuff. It was crazy.
But I saw her as just not wanting to share all of it, not sure how much to share. I didn't see it as truly shady. But then too, I wouldn't want to say my business, even the name of the business, because I don't know how I'll be perceived on camera.
Oh, the business part wasn't a problem. It was the moving back. That's what threw me off. He was like, I saw you moving. No, I live here. Yeah, but I'm moving in 2 weeks. Like, what? Like, what do you say? What now? Girl. So that's what really sold me. I didn't mind the business. Like, it was kind of weird to hear it, but I get, what I'm saying? I'm not here for that. I'm here for love. And everybody's not an oversharer. Never, everybody's not just a sharer in general. So I got that part. Just the moving. Do you live here or you live in Saudi Arabia? Do you this? Do you have that? But see, that his last comment taken a whole nother turn now that I know that he jeopardized the thing with Connor when he said, do you have a man or do you not have a boyfriend or whatever? So I was like, oh, you is just a little evil little somebody, aren't you?
Stay out woman business, Peter.
Child, good luck to the woman you got too, because I heard you got a lady too, child. Good luck, sis. I hope you paying attention to the show, because that's your boo. That's your man, your man, your man.
I did tell my husband we need some emojis like Milton and Lydia.
Some safe
And
word emojis. Get out these
he
parts.
said he said it wouldn't be for me. He would have to ask the other person if he need to rescue them. The shade.
When covering goes wrong. Cover me like Milton, damn it.
Like, no, I'm gonna have to protect them from you. I was like, okay,
Right.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
Well, just know when I send this code, and if it don't get a response, if I don't, you send the code and I don't respond back, you got 2.5 seconds to get over here.
And say we got a dinner to go to.
She didn't respond to my text. Baby, did you see my text? No. No, I did not. Well, we made it through this season. Don't know how. We didn't have much, but we made it something.
Have after the altar.
Got Stop threatening me. Oh, I ain't gonna lie though. You made going through these reviews a lot more better than this made me actually be wanting to watch the episodes, okay? And I ain't gonna say that they didn't give because they started off with they started off heavy hitting. They started off heavy hitting. It just kind of fell flat towards the end because we didn't have too many couples to really watch going forward. So not for lack of trying. They definitely tried. They definitely tried. Child, y'all not gonna give me the maths. I don't have 2 hours or an hour on speed to be watching the daggone maths. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how y'all do it. I just can't.
I'm gonna have to watch the wedding days. I can't do the previews.
And it just be so much going on in one episode. I do not know how y'all do it. It's like watching the beginning of America's Got Talent or whatever that thing is.
Now I will watch Australia.
Is it better?
Oh heck yeah.
Okay. I like me an Aussie accent, so I might jump on over there. They might get me because I just be intrigued by listening to them the whole time. I probably won't even pay attention to what's happening.
Australia is good.
Okay.
They got drama. One bride last season, one of the guests had a hookup with the groom a little while ago. So that was drama. But
yeah.
They just they don't have real marriages, but they do commitments every week. And then they hit you with Sunday to Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday episodes. Back to back to back to back.
Okay. So it's kind of like a couple per episode type thing instead of just putting them all in one.
They'll put 2 couples each episode, but then when they all married, then they all are together, and they do like little activities and stuff like that. You know, which couples you find, which person you find attractive. You know, I have not been watching the UK maths this season. But I know I've been watching Queenie's reviews of it, but I am committed to Australia. I love Australia.
Okay. I'll try to check them out. I just can't I just can't do it, America. I'll try to see if I can get engaged into an episode or two of the Aussie and the British. I like the accent, so it might keep me hooked a little bit more. But I be trying to watch the American maths. The American maths, and I'm just like, I need the highlights. I need that like ESPN style. So I'll be on Kojo's channel listening to it like I know it's everything that's going on, and I'll be in their conversations like I done heard so much, like I know. But
yeah, UK
2 hours.
Yeah, UK and Australia have the same format. They share a few of the one of the experts they share. So it's very intriguing to me because they have a dinner where they all come together and the dinners get spicy. And this year the Brits have some curveballs because they're not real marriages. They have curveball people that could come in and take your spouse.
Yes, yeah, that sounds intriguing. I could think I can. It gives me a little ready to love type, but we're gonna get married at the end of it all. Okay.
And at the dinner, if we're together, we walk in together, and if we're not, we walk in separately. So then it starts a whole talk amongst the dinner.
Okay.
Yeah,
Black
it's
Tornado,
interesting.
you barely got in here. We about to get off this thing, child. You got to run it back on the playback, my love. Tag it.
But this has been fun. I
Yes,
love a good laugh.
we're
I
gonna
love
get
a
back
good
into
dark
some more
arts.
laughs now because we got ready to move now. This look like some more chaos coming up or whatnot. So, we get some more, we'll find some more shows. We'll talk on the back burner. And like I said, I got some other ideas that me and you can do, you know what I'm saying? Because it's fun up here bouncing back and forth with you.
We haven't tussled yet, but we will.
Oh, I'm sure we will. But it'll be a tussle worth seeing, y'all. It'll definitely be a tussle because it'd be like two like minds that don't see each other at one time. Like, say, what? How you see that? Like, what the hell? No. Two aunties. Ain't gonna be two aunties up here fighting at the family reunion. Like, that ain't make no daggone sense. I don't even know how she came to that conclusion.
I'm gonna just keep quiet and shake my leg.
I'm gonna rock back and forth. You know how them aunties be doing at the house. I ain't talking to her right now. Thank you. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate you so much. I do. I do. I do. We are growing over here. And so I kind of think I came up with the name. I love me a good double entendre type name. Okay. I don't know how I want to pronounce it just yet. I don't know if I want to go the Jamaican route and say your shatas. You're my shatas or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to call you my shatas or just, say y'all my shooters. And I like it for two different reasons because another round works for a lot of different things. I know if you guys were on Sabrina's channel one night, I was slight weight explaining why I came up with another round. One, I'm in culinary. Um, I have this thing where I collect shot glasses from around the world. Period. I don't really drink that much like that, but I do collect shot glasses. Listen, I don't drink anymore and I don't drink any less. Okay, that's where we're at it with it. Okay, we're at a happy medium. But and there you go. The last one you said, little pew pew. You know what I'm saying? We like to fire shots over here and stuff like that. So I was going through my thing and I was like, okay, so AR. Of course, y'all know what that is. If y'all familiar with your handiwork, y'all know what an AR is. Y'all be popping off like I be popping off. Sometimes we just want to chill and just have a conversation over a few little drinks, like we at a bar or something, wind down topics or whatnot. So there we got take our little shots or whatever the case is. Plus, my cousin has this wonderful thing, and I have an interview on here with her. She's Jizzle on here. She has a thing that she says a shot of Remy a day will help all your problems. Now, Remy is not the alcohol drink that everybody think it is. Remy is reading, exercise, meditation, and yoga. Now, the yoga part, she can do that on her own. I will not be doing the occult over here. No, just I'm just playing. Love you, cousin. I'm just playing with you. Hey, but we just talking, and I'm talking about the names. I try to come up with y'all. So if y'all like shotas or shots, my shooters. If y'all like my shooters, we can go. I would start calling y'all my shooters. It was either that or I was like, I don't know. It was something with POV because, like I say, my another round has a whole bunch of different sub things up under it. It's here to break generational curses or generational cycles, so to speak. So we're here for that we go through another round of conversation, we go through another round of cycles and stuff. We're breaking cycles, family curses. I want to do some of those things. I know I joke around a lot, so sometimes it's hard to take me serious on when I'm doing it, but I really here for our people and being better people at the end of the day. I joke because it just keeps me looking young. I am really over 1,000 years old, guys. Okay. I'm really over there. I'm vampiring it out right now. However, I like to joke a lot. Comedy is one of my thing. I like breaking cycles. I've been working on breaking my family cycles for a while and creating new ones. Another thing I was gonna call y'all my Olympians, but I didn't want to kind of like make the logo like the Olympic circle, but there's plenty of rounds in that. So I don't know. I don't know if y'all were like Olympians, y'all like shooters, shotters. If y'all want to go the Jamaican route, I don't know, by round. Or, I don't know. My round table, my circle. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all like. I might put a poll out there. Y'all let me know what y'all like. Y'all selves to be called. This is a place where you can identify as what you want here. But we want to be unified in that identification. So I want to start making some things for y'all, especially when we get up there to have it with like merch and memberships and all that stuff. So I want to be able to make stuff. So I don't know. I'm glad you do take me serious, Trey, because I don't be taking me serious sometimes, child. Listen, I be like, she is out of control. This one right here needs to be reined in. Listen, that's how these abs be staying in, though. I be laughing hard, baby. Nah, I don't know. What you think, El? What you think?
I think you were right. Let the people decide. You know, let the people decide exactly what they want. Just give them options, or even let them suggest something.
We'll do that. We'll probably do. I'll put a poll up, and then we'll probably do a suggestion live. I'll put a poll up. I'll drop some couple of names up in there. Y'all hit me back with the comments, and then we'll do a suggestion live, and we'll just go from there and figure it out. Because whatever I call y'all, I don't want to be like most other channels. They have a thing, and then they just call you whatever, and you just gotta accept it like that. Y'all my people, y'all my family here. So I want y'all to feel welcome enough to tell me who you want to be as a group, as a collective. You know.
You made me think of Nas. I know I can.
For real now. Shoot your shots. Pew, pew, pew. But yeah. Well, this has been a pleasure. We have came to an end. I feel like it's so fast. I can't believe it. I know we jumped a couple of episodes together, and that's why. But it feel like we've only been a couple of weeks with each other, and I'm gonna miss y'all already. But we'll be back with some more stuff. We'll be back. Trust me. There's so much going in the world right now with Jada Pinkett Smith. She's just giving us so much. And I don't want to talk about none of it. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I really don't. I really don't want to talk about none of it. I'm like Tupac. I'm trying to go missing at this point. Shoot. I don't know. You like the Shatas Nation? My Shatas? I'm the original Dandala. Look, don't have that movie coming after me. I love that movie though. Shatas is a good movie. If y'all ain't never seen that, y'all need to go do y'all some Jamaican culture and get that Shatas in your life, baby. Y'all be changed forever. I'm gonna put y'all on the game. You watch Belly. I love that opener in Belly. Y'all watch Shatas. If y'all haven't watched Boys in the Hood, I don't know what the heck y'all been doing. I really don't know what y'all been doing. There's no reason for y'all to be in America and never have watched Boys in the Hood unless you're 2 years old, okay? And if you're 2 years old, you shouldn't even be on this daggone platform.
Don't Be a Menace?
Don't Be a Menace is another one. But I mean, like, when I say that real hardcore, it would be Paid in Full, it would be Belly, and it would be Shatas.
And Menace to Society.
Yeah. Menace was a little lightweight, I think, for it, though. It was a little lightweight. I put Belly up in there because there was some real life real live Tony Montana going on up on that set, okay?
Sounding like you shading Jada because she was in Menace to Society.
Was she? Was she? Okay, so we got Nia Long and Boys in the Hood. Oh, she was, huh? Oh, she was. And Too Deep is my stuff. Love it, love it. I don't even know why that's ain't the one that likes to stick in my head, but Into Deep. Into Deep is, baby, I was in love with my Omar Epps and that, baby. I was in love with me some Omar Epps, you know what I'm saying? I tell you, higher learning, he had me on the track with him, baby. Deja. Okay, so we're gonna have a movie night too. I'm gonna have to educate y'all on some movies. We about to go down some movie nights as well.
You're gonna have to separate them from gangster to romance. You're gonna have to separate it.
We're gonna have it classified. This is which genre we up in. But we're gonna go through some movie nights, okay? But yeah, there's some things out there. But I'm gonna put the poll up. We're gonna see. We're gonna get the people to vote. Please do me a favor. I know the channel is growing, but a lot of y'all is hiding out. I don't know why y'all just subscribing and not coming and joining and participating. I get it. You know, the algorithm is not really pushing me yet, but we getting there. I got faith in me, so I know I'm worthy. I'm worthy, people. I am worthy. I am worthy. I think the book came out today, so I am worthy. Look, my cat coming to tell me, y'all, he worthy too. You don't put your butt in everybody's face, huh? That's what we doing. He done with this live. He's done with this live, y'all. But yeah, I love interacting with y'all too, my loves. We gonna get out of here. I'm just holding El Cid hostage at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm holding her like Lydia's holding Milton. So we gonna let her go. I love you all for being here with us. I don't want to leave y'all without a little something. But before I go, did y'all hit the like button? My good people, did y'all hit the like button? Did you tell me that you love me by hitting the like button? And if you're here on a playback, I appreciate you for making it all the way this far. Please hit that like button before you go. Just let me know you was here. I appreciate you too. And go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know how far you got into this thing. You got 20 minutes in, 10 minutes in, you didn't want to watch it all, you skipped all the way to the end, and now you're here just to let me know that you heard this part. I appreciate you no matter what. And I want to leave you guys on a positive note this time. I don't want to tell nobody they look so dumb, so we're gonna leave it on a positive note this week. All right, love y'all, and we're gonna leave you. Bye.
No ignorance or audacity formed against me shall prosper. I wish a motherfucker would.